Okay, good morning. Today is the 22nd of August, 10:50 a.m. We're in NTU, the lab, and we're going to have a meeting to discuss how we are going to proceed to record more Singaporeans English. So we're going to discuss the process. So today we have, maybe you introduce yourself. Okay, so because this is the for the purpose that we are going to discuss how we are going to invite people and what the people are going to do during these 1-2 hours. So maybe Eva and Vanessa, can you describe what will happen during these 1-2 hours when you as an interviewer is here and the interviewee is here? And how long would the duration be for the whole, let's say, interview? Okay, is that enough? How long is slightly longer? Okay, can. Do you want them to have breaks in between? No, there is. Mm. So can we design now? Maybe I think there will be 2 or 3 parts to the whole recording session. The first part, maybe we give them X number of sentences to read. Okay, so yeah, maybe then we'll fix. So we say that every day we will take the today's Straits Times or yesterday's Straits Times or previous day's Straits Times, but it must not repeat and make them read the passage first. Can? Okay. After that, Maybe we also can design like this. I thought I remember you said I give you a map, and I say I want to go from this place to this place, and then you think how are you gonna drive along the road, or what bus you're gonna take, or what MRT, and you describe. So you describe different scene. So I give you a map and say let's how to go from here to here. How much is it and things like that, right? How long does it take? Discuss. Different topics is preferred. Yeah, and we don't want the interviewer to talk. We want him to talk. That's the problem. So how to make the other guy talk? Okay, so let's have the scenario. So today Vanessa is the interviewee, you're the interviewer. Okay, then we are the observer. So please proceed. Yes. No, you can talk. I mean, you must make it as natural as possible. So you can definitely talk. But yeah, so as long as we try to make her talk more, that will be the way. And if you do agreement and things like this, it's fine. No, no, that's okay. 对吗? But is this okay? But what happens is that if we keep on this up, right, you'll realize that you occupy almost 10 to 15 or 20% of the conversation. Yes. Even though, yeah, we are trying to make her talk more. 对吗? Yeah, correct. So how leh? What do you suggest? Correct. Yeah, so that's why I think that, yeah. So one scenario, of course, is a natural conversation, but another scenario is let's tell us about your primary school. Tell us about your, your thinking about NTU. How tell us your hall living. So then it'll be a monologue. Yeah, so let's try monologue. Maybe here. So yeah, I mean I realize it's okay. It's because Vanessa wants can talk today. Now let's change. So you become the interviewer and you decide upon a question which will first do a conversation with Ifa, and then second, tell Ifa that this, I mean, it's a monologue thing, and you tell her that, right? Tell me about something that you can, are comfortable with, and therefore. Okay, maybe yeah. So that's why I realized that yeah, it will be difficult if you all start to think of the questions online. So we all have to really prepare at least of. Mm. So maybe the set of standard questions would be how do you travel to NTU, or let's say if you are in NTU now, how do you go to Changi Airport, or how do you go to Johor Bahru and things like, or how do you go home and things like that. That'll be easier. So maybe now you can ask her how does she go from here back to home, and what are the worst experience that you have and what happened. Okay. So I realized, okay, there are a few things I realized. One is that uh, keywords are very, very seldom. For example, like khatib and things like that. Most of the words are actually very functional words, of, if, and things like that. So that's bad for us lah, because then actually then we are just collecting a lot of words that are very general in nature. That's one. So to get keywords, for example, maybe you say you can paint scenario. I am a foreigner and you are a Singaporean. Please, teach me how to take the public transport system. Then suddenly his mindset is different, and therefore now there are many keywords. He will say, I'm saying, what is a HDB? Can you describe to me? Telling him in mind that I'm a Angmo, for example, I'm a foreigner, and therefore now, his mind will play, and then he will use slightly more interesting words to describe. How many percentage of the Singaporeans stay in HDB? What the HDB means and things like that, for example. So in these kind of scenarios, I think will not be conversational anymore. It'll be more what do you call that? Almost a semi lecture, right? Correct. So it's again a monologue, right? And the information have a lot of. Yes. So yeah, how? What do you want? You want conversational, like So I was listening, right, and I'm counting all the important words. It's very few. Yeah, so what do you want? Correct. Yeah, but you must paint the scenario lah. I am a foreigner and I've just come here, and now I want to buy a HDB or stay in HDB. Or I'm a new student, so you're a student council. I'm gonna ask you, is it better to stay in the halls versus staying outside? What's the pros and cons and things like that? So the set of questions can always be the same. And then what happens is that we'll get different response. How to take the MRT? What about yeah. And then, or like, okay, I'm a foreigner. I'm here before this semester. I'd like to travel. Can you tell me, do I take Scoot, Jetstar, and what are the advantages, disadvantages? For example, I think then, uh, yes, we will definitely get conversation, of course, but we will get more important monologue already. Yeah, I mean, the whole idea is to get vocabulary monologue and that it is still spontaneous. And that can only happen when you are thinking that you're talking to a person, a real person who is asking for information, and you're still thinking, and right? Because just now I was like thinking, I was counting the number of important words, right? I was 10, suddenly one or two only. Yeah, correct. Mm. But it's also good for us because then we will learn the language modeling of a spontaneous speech. That means what word will follow by what word. That's okay. However, if then we never learn the other side of the problem. Correct. So that means before they come, we either will seize them out and say, okay, you're into scuba diving for 10 years. Then suddenly we'll ask them, you're in dragon boat, you have been attached overseas for one semester, so you can now talk about all of this. Or how, yeah, correct. And imagine that I mean, there are two scenarios. One is imagine you're talking to a friend, so your conversation. The other scenario is you're talking to, let's say, a group of people, and you're now trying to describe to them, like, oh, you're the student leader, and you're now telling them, okay, this is the activities that we are going to have planned for today. Or uh, if you go to the dragon boat, this will be the activities you're planning. So you are now doing a mm. Yeah, some can right? 可以吗？嗯 Yeah, we also want to ask questions like this. I say, I'm a foreigner. What are the some of the typical Singlish that is being used? Then you are the Singaporean, right? So, for example, maybe you are how to say jialat. What is the context of jialat? You know what I mean, right? So you're preparing a lot of this. Or for example, it's like in Malay would be alamat, right? And whatever, I only know alamat. What else? Walau. What? Sia is Malay? Not so bad. Oh, okay. So let's say, okay, so I'm asking you, so we have the following, I guess, remember you guys prepared the Singlish, right? All the words. Then you can say, oh, we have all these, can you explain how some of them are being used? Yeah. Or we have this following MRT station, can you, form a couple of sentences around this and maybe, then, then we force content words to appear, correct? Because we say these are the words. I mean, then after so okay, we can use projectors and things like that. So that would drive your conversations as well. Mm. Singaporean have very little culture. Singapore students. Mm-mm. Pop culture have a lot. Yeah, movies, serial, National Day. Like what? A what? Fashion. Okay. Mm. So actually, I find it very hard. I mean, we only covered 30 minutes, and feels very long. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Correct. So what I'm going to suggest is that I mean we'll do this one time. We'll find one more guy and sit in, and then we'll observe, because the whole idea is that your two should at least learn how to do it properly. When we write the IRB, it's simple because we are just saying it is an interview. This is the amount of time, blah blah blah. So it is very less detail. But when we're really doing it, you guys must, yeah. But paragraph only less than 2 minutes, you finish already. No, 2 minutes. I will read. 2 minutes, finish. Ah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's like oral. O level oral piece. Yeah, 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 yeah. We can do primary school exam. 小六. Primary school exam. We give you 4 pictures. Ask you make a story. Yes. Yeah, can. No, is it? Yeah. Then we can put Bugis Junction, whatever. We can put many, many things. Yeah, but this is almost like a psychology study, huh? So you're a psychologist now and you're forcing the you're no. Okay. No, we shouldn't. But what they are asking for is what kind of sentences and information you are collecting. And the idea is almost this is true. This is all true. And therefore, of course, when we talk about fashion and things like that, is also true. National event like National Days is true. We also want to interview army guys, and then we want to ask them specifically about their army experience, if that is possible. Tell them don't talk about sensitive things and things like that. Tell them about how they feel, what they do, how they train, how they keep fit, and things like that. Yeah, or talk about let's say events around the world. It is okay. Yes, yes. Or have to travel overseas. So the only problem is that when we talk about army, it's very sensitive. So that's why, yeah, it's very sensitive. It's 国防. So everything you say is recorded. So it's not very nice also. No, but we can talk about I mean very general things. How do you experience your army and things like was it very xiong? So they can introduce words. What kind of exercise do they make you do? So we're talking about IPPT and things like that. Fitness level. Do they make you swim and stuff like that? So more general things. Where are you training? Or Pulau Tekong and things like where the camp? Where have you been? Yeah. So We'll see. Mm. Yes, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, we want them to swear. We actually want them to swear. We want them to we want to hear all the Singlish and all the swear words as much as possible. No, no. Yeah, 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 correct, correct. Correct. Yeah, we want them to swear. In fact, yeah, as much as possible. We want to hear all the words. Yeah, so that's why there must be a passage of Singlish where we say that, hey, there are all these words. Can you, form some of them sentences and things like that? And then when they form it, it will be quite natural, right? Yeah, was xiao eh, that guy is very dumb, things like that lah. Mm, correct. It's not spontaneous at all. True. No, so we are forming the idea now, and we keep on forming and forming until, and then you sit in and observe, and then they agree, and then we'll send the IRB. When the IRB is approved, then we'll keep on rolling. Currently, we are just uh, yes. So what I suggest is that you all go and talk to each other. You all have class now? Okay, you? Okay. So what we'll do is that, can you three of y'all work together, formulate, let's say in 1 hour 20 minutes. First 20 minutes do what? Rest for 5 minutes, whatever. Maybe you suggest that we'll buy food, we'll get bao, or we'll get things like that. Make the guy as casual as possible. Maybe get the map up here, get posted questions. So can y'all three of y'all write the process? Then after that, when the process is written, we agree. We all make one guy, and then we will observe again. Okay, and then we'll record. Yeah. So go and write the topics. Mm. Yeah, I guess we can also design always the same standard questions, how to go from NTU to A to B to C. So therefore, we force all the MRT names and the road names. Do you drive? Okay, can you now describe? Imagine that I am uh, a, a foreigner, and now describe to me how to, or I'm a taxi driver, describe how to drive from here to there. Things like that. So standard questions are always will allow us to generate all content questions for MRT, LRT. We also have standard questions on food. Yeah, can you tell me about all the favorite Singapore food that you have? I'm a foreigner. Same with Singlish. So therefore, the context is always the same. Therefore, you are not tired. So you're always asking the same set of questions, and then depending on the response, then we can get different length. Then after all the topics is we one class, right? I mean, maybe the last 20 minutes or in the middle 20 minutes, depending on. Right, first 10, 15 minutes, we'll make them read, and then we can ask several questions on the articles. Yes, correct, correct. But it cannot be the same passage. Okay, no, we want to make them read always one same passage, the sun and the wind. Aesop fable. That's a 30, about 100 words or 200 words. But then after that, we make them read another passage of a newspaper that you all can discuss. And then you all can clip, and whatever you want to do. For example, National Day, schooling, winning the goal, and things like that. How many do you want? Most of the time, only 2 hours, right? Mm. So that means every day you can do half a day, right? For example, 3, 4 hours. Because each session, I think, will be 2 hours already. Correct? Yeah, you guys already here 1 hour. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Yes, correct. Yeah. So every session is 2 hours. So we have 2 hours for you and 2 hours for the guy, right? So we already even if we pay $10, we already $40 already. We haven't start. Mm. Yes, that's true. No, each session is 2 hours. So they I don't think they want to work 4 hours. That means two back, two by two back. You die in the morning. Yeah, correct. So unless we get one more person, then one day we can get 3 person. But every person we interview is 2 hours, right? Okay. So if we have 3 person, then we can have 3 hours collection a day. 你不懂什么？ Huh? Yes. 1 hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Correct. Yeah. So maybe your one person can work in the morning 2 hours, one person after lunchtime 2 hours. If we can get one more person, no, no. He say, should she choose or do you choose? Role play. Can you work out a schedule and then put the details and then we'll run. We'll keep on running. Yeah. S- 童话. No, okay. The problem with them is that because they're not in this research field, they have no idea our norm. So that's why they're asking how long you want them to read, how much they want to read, what is the topic they want to read. To us, these questions don't need to be asked because we understand, but they don't understand. So they are asking you all these questions. No, yes, correct. Yes, so you say these are the paragraphs. How long do they read? 100 words or 1,000 words or 10,000 words? They have no understanding of our norm. No, that's why we want to role play. You become the interviewer, they become the interviewee, and then you say this is how I will conduct the interview, and then they will understand. 你明白我的意思吗? Okay, you pretend to be them, and they are the subject, and you are asking the question. So in the next time when we come, right? Now 你变成主 what 主席 is it? Compare. Then they are subject. 他们是 you are the interviewer. And then we listen. We see how you do. Then they will understand. 你明白我的意思吗? You. Yes. To show what you want. No, no. they have. Yeah, but yes, how long is a passage? What kind of passage? Now they are asking, how do you want to make them talk? That's why just now I was just observing only. Now they're also asking more and more final questions. So I was thinking, okay, I can tell you directly, but Instead, why don't you show them what you want, exactly what you want? No, 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 not to tell them, to show them. No, no, you are the interviewer. He answer. Then if you have no idea, then how? Yeah, not the whole process. 1个小时. Okay, no, because you see, just now she said fairy tale is one example. Let's say if she's a medical doctor, then she said, I'm going to read some medical autopsy report. Then it's not something we want. So the word, yeah, it's the word, when you say you can do anything, right? That word is so broad that we are finished already. We cannot say things like that for them, to them, because they are not in the field of our research. We must say, you take today's newspaper and find two passages from business news or from sports news. The instruction is very clear. From the today's newspaper or Straits Times in the business section, the passage length should be at least 5 paragraph and less more from 500 words to 1,500 words. The instruction is very clear. No, that's what they're asking for. No, no, we are waiting for you to tell us. No. No, 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 but that's what they're asking. I'm listening, and 他们在问这些. You also must think, why are they asking? Okay, can. So please go back and summarize this. You send me the IRB, I'll change. Then yep, and then also the number of topics you all decide. What are the open questions you all also decide. Then again we'll meet again next week. But this one, please go and clock and build nga. Yeah, and all these other things go and build nga. We'll keep on doing this maybe 2 weeks. No, you. That's why it is. That's why we have to run. That's why we are running. Yeah, we are trying again. Yeah. Yeah. 30 seconds.